Welcome to NYC Now, your source for local news in and around New York City. From WNYC, it's Tuesday, September 16th. Here's the Midday News from Michael Hill.
A Manhattan judge has dismissed 2 terrorism charges against Luigi Mangione, the man accused of shooting and killing the CEO of UnitedHealthcare last December in Midtown. Judge Gregory Carroll says prosecutors did not present sufficient evidence to bring the charges in Mangione's New York State case. He still faces murder and weapons charges in the shooting from last December that killed the CEO, Brian Thompson, and he faces federal charges. Members of the New York City Council are calling out the Adams administration for not showing up at a hearing yesterday on how federal cuts to SNAP and Medicaid will affect New Yorkers. Councilmember Gail Brewer says the administration should have sent officials to answer questions.
Hello, city. You should at least be here to say there's a lot of good things that you're doing, but hello, you should show up.
Councilmember Alexis Avila says the administration is
gaslighting New Yorkers and telling them they actually care about working class people. We will remember.
A spokesperson for Mayor Adams says the administration has filed lawsuits and set aside reserves to secure critical resources. The spokesperson called the council hearing political theater. The City Council is also holding a public hearing next week on the proliferation of battery storage systems across the 5 boroughs. The sites hold backup power for the electrical grid, but a number of such facilities have caught fire across the country. Some Queens residents say they fear for their safety. Officials with the fire department say the city's code for such sites is among the nation's most stringent. 73 with some sunshine now, a high risk for a rip current at the ocean beaches all the way through this evening. Mostly cloudy, mid-70s, winds gusting to 23 miles an hour.
Stay close. There's more after the break.
NYC. On WNYC, I'm David First. Fall is typically the season for lots of new visual arts shows, and this year is no different, with New York City's museums and galleries preparing for a busy fall and winter season. WNYC's Ryan Kailath joins us now for a preview. Welcome.
Hey.
Ryan, you have a full fall roundup up on our news site, Gothamist, right now, and this is an annual event. As the leaves start falling, this is traditionally when we see a lot of shows open, right?
Yeah, it's moving indoors time. People might know the sort of blockbuster shows that are coming. There's been posters and advertisements all around town, for example, for the Ruth Asawa show that's opening this fall at MoMA, a huge retrospective of the West Coast-based painter. And the Studio Museum in Harlem. I forget how many years it's been, but the Studio Museum is reopening with some exhibitions that hark back to their original programming when they opened decades ago, and of course, new stuff. But I'm also highlighting some of the smaller, maybe less blockbustery shows, too.
All right, walk us through some of those highlights. What should we circle on the calendar?
Okay, so this one isn't exactly small or unknown. It's coming from the MFA in Boston, the Museum of Fine Arts there. This is a major look back at the artist John Wilson, not the New York-based TV guy who many people know from his HBO show. This is John Wilson, the painter and printmaker and sculptor. He was based in Boston, and his portraits and other works just really center ordinary Black life, but also kind of iconic Black political struggle. And so this show is covering decades of his career, family portraits, political works. He did a famous bust of Martin Luther King Jr., and there's drawings and studies for it. I think we're just the second city to get this show, so I'm excited. That opens later this month at the Met.
Later this month at the Met. Okay, what's another one that stands out for you as a highlight?
Okay, so this is a small one, not a big blockbuster show. This is at Poster House, if people know that small museum and art gallery. It is a series of posters. Think those sort of works progress administration style, very graphic and iconic, modernist. Before the WPA poster boom, there was a woman named Dorothy Waugh, who in the 30s, she made this bold series of posters for the National Park Service, promoting the parks, different ones to visit and for Americans to enjoy. I'm a huge national parks guy. I'm a huge WPA iconography guy. And with what's happening with the park system right now, I think this is a great chance to go check out this small show at Poster House, also opening late this month.
Okay, that's Poster House, located on 23rd Street in Manhattan. And give us one more. What's another show we should consider?
Yeah, so this is just a stroll across the avenue. I'm especially looking forward to this public art project in Madison Square Park from Larry Bell. Now, people might be familiar with Larry Bell, especially if they've been up to Dia Beacon, or they might remember he had a rooftop installation at the Whitney Biennial, I think 2017. Bell works with light and glass and shade and interplay, and he's doing a number of works all around every piece of lawn at Madison Square Park. It'll be totally free. And what I love about these, they're huge installations of glass and other materials that you can walk through, in, up to, around. And the people who live by the park are going to be especially lucky, because what's so cool about these being outdoors is they change throughout the day. It's about light. It's about color. They change with the shadows. They change with the seasons. So people who spend a lot of time, maybe they work nearby and get to see these works changing over the next several months, I think that's really cool. Those people are really lucky. This is Larry Bell, Improvisations in the Park. It's several new works and a couple old ones. That opens September 30th, and it runs through spring.
This sounds fascinating. This is a free outdoor installation, and opens later this month. Anybody can go.
Yeah, exactly.
For more of your museum and gallery picks for the fall, just head to our news site, Gothamist, WNYC's Ryan Kailath. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, David.
Thanks for listening. This is NYC Now from WNYC. Check us out for updates every weekday, 3 times a day for the latest news headlines and occasional deep dives. And subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be back this evening.